Hey everyone, and welcome to the first video where I'm going to give you a complete overview on Facebook ads and the Facebook Business Manager. All right, so this is going to be a video that basically goes through and shows you how to set up your business manager, how to navigate your business manager, all of these different things that for whatever reason, a lot of people seem to get confused by, but there's really no reason to be confused by this. It's very, very simple. So I guess just starting at step one, Facebook has built this epic, way to manage your Facebook ads without interfering with your personal profile, right? So you can separate business from personal. And if you go to business.facebook.com, then you'll be able to go ahead and create your Facebook for Business account. Now you're going to use your personal profile to do this, and you'll see that as you come in here and you hit create account. It's just going to ask you to log into your regular Facebook profile. That's really all it's going to ask you to do. So just go ahead and do that, and you'll be able to set up your Facebook for Business account. Very, very simple. So this is good for a ton of different reasons. Facebook allows you to create multiple ad accounts. So let's say that you've got different e-commerce stores, right? You've got e-commerce store 1, 2, and 3, and you want to be able to separate the expenses and the ads. Facebook Business Manager is really great because it allows you to have multiple accounts, right? Without having to create different profiles. I especially enjoy this feature because it helps me keep up with the accounting on my stores. So obviously I have my one big flexible store, but then I have other little stores I've created and I've partnered on with other people. So it's cool to be able to separate those. And it's a great place to manage, all of your Facebook fan pages as well. So you'll be able to manage the fan pages, create them, even assign like virtual assistants and stuff to them from here. And you can control permissions that people have. So you can control whether they, can do certain things within your business manager, like create accounts, create advertising ads for you. It really is nice. And this is the preferred way and the best practices way for you to do Facebook advertising. And a lot of people don't know this is here, right? They use their personal profile. So this is the best way to do it. So you want to go to business.facebook.com. All right. No www, okay? Business.facebook.com. And that's going to bring you here. You can go ahead and create your account, or you can log in if you've already created an account. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly log into my business manager and I'm going to show you around. Okay, so here we are inside of my business manager, and you're going to see here they allow you to add like a cover photo. They'll have all of your fan pages and your ad accounts listed right here. So I blurred mine out because clearly, I have personal information in here. This is my real account. And it's going to allow you to use a search bar. So if you want to quickly locate a fan page or an ad account, something like that, that's all going to be right here, okay? Now, they recently updated this, so this is a new video. If you've been in Facebook for a while, you'll notice that they have a lot of different updates. They move things around. They're always improving their business manager. And this is the most up-to-date video of the business manager so far, okay? So if you want to click on one of your ad accounts, you just hover your mouse over it and you can click and it'll take you straight to that ad account. Remember, this is like a command center, like a hub for all of your fan pages, all of your employees, all of your ad accounts. And starting out, you may only have one fan page and one ad account. Not a big deal. You'll see the power of this as you move along and you grow, right? Okay, so a couple of things. At the tip top over here, you've got this right up here. It'll be at the very top right. You've got a couple of things that you can do, okay? So let's go over these. First, you've got this button that says request access. Now, request access gives you the ability to request access to a fan page that may be owned by somebody else, or even an ad account that's owned by somebody else. Why would you use this? Well, let's say that you're managing a fan page or a Facebook advertising for a client. All right, a lot of people own social media agencies. This would be how you would request access to somebody else's fan page if they were, paying you or whatever to manage that. So I don't use this a lot because we're building e-commerce businesses here. We're not doing social media consulting. So I don't really use this, but let's say that you ever need to request access to somebody else's fan page. All you would have to do is come right here and click on request access to page. And it's going to pull up this box right here, in which case you would just put in the Facebook fan page URL. This would be like facebook.com/fan page name. And it's going to send whoever owns that fan page a notification that you would like to, take over and be able to control that fan page. Like I said, you're probably not going to use this a lot, okay? Then you've got the claim assets. Now, what's the difference between claiming and requesting? Well, when you're claiming something, you're actually like claiming ownership of it. You're not just requesting access to it. You're saying, hey, this is mine, all right? So, for instance, if you've created Facebook fan pages on your personal profile, they're not going to be inside of your business manager because you created them on your personal profile, all right? So I hope that makes sense. See, Facebook treats your business manager and your personal profile differently. Okay, so you need to make sure that your business manager has control over your fan pages because, that's really the idea, right? So you want to make sure if you've already created fan pages in the past that you claim access to those. Ad accounts, you're not going to use that. So you would just do the same thing, click page. And then you would put in your fan page URL here and then hit claim. And instantly it will import your fan page into your business manager. You're only going to have to do that if you've previously created fan pages with your personal profile and you have not had a business manager. So if this is kind of like a one-time thing, from now on, you'll create your fan pages inside of Business Manager, so you won't have to use this. All right, you've also got the Add a New button. Now, the Add a New button allows you to create new employee accounts, new fan pages, even new ad accounts, which is so cool. And this other stuff is like adding in your credit cards. Product catalogs is mega advanced. Don't worry about that right now. So really, you're looking at people, pages, and ad accounts. So that's where you can actually go in and create new assets inside of your business manager. This is really where in the future you need to create all of your fan pages. You need to come up here to the green button and hit I want to create a new fan page. Because listen, you might be creating a fan page for dog lovers, a fan page for geek stuff and comic stuff. You might be creating a fan page for women's fashion. So you're going to have multiple fan pages, right? They're called niche fan pages. You just want to make sure that you create them in your business manager. And if you don't, it's okay. You can always come back and claim them, right? So you're not, as my dad would say, screwed, shoot, and tattooed. If you created a fan page that was not in here, you would just claim it and you can import it in here. Very, very easy. Okay, so let's just start from scratch. Let's on the Add New button, and I want to show you how everything works, okay? So adding people. I personally have multiple virtual assistants, and you'll see that it's very beneficial in your business to have virtual assistants to help you manage and do the tedious tasks. So if you want to add a virtual assistant in here, what's really great about Business Manager is it gives you so much protection to have people working for you that can get access to fan pages and ad accounts without compromising, your personal security. So this business manager is meant for people that run big businesses that have employees. So this is really cool. So if you want to add a virtual assistant here, be it someone that manages your ad account or manages your fan pages for you, you just hit add new and you click people. Okay, now when you click people, you're going to go through here and you'll see that you can add them as an admin or an employee. I always just add people as employees. So what you have to do at this point is type in their email address so you can start adding them as a person. So you find out whatever your employee's email address is and you type that in right here. So let me show you. Okay, so I typed in the support email address for Ecom Success Academy, and all you have to do now is just hit add people. Now the next thing it's going to ask you to do is select what fan pages you want to give this person access to. So everything in here, is you can control the permissions. So you may not want your employee to have access to all of your fan pages. You may only want them to have access to one. So you can see up here, I can click this one that says a test page, and now they're going to have access to it. And I can either give them admin access, editor access, moderator, advertiser, analyst. If you want to know more about these roles, you just click here and it tells you specifically which each of these roles does. Typically what I do is I give people editor access. So that allows them to create ads, and it allows them to manage like the comments and the messages that fan pages get, but it doesn't really compromise your fan page. Like they can't delete anything or delete you as long as they're not an admin. All right, so you go through and you select what fan pages you want them to have access to, or maybe you don't want them to have access to any, right? You may want to give them access to something different than just a fan page. So once you've done that, you just hit next. Now it's going to list your advertising accounts. Now I have multiple advertising accounts for different businesses that I own. So that's what's so great about the business manager. So you can go through and give them access to specific advertising accounts by clicking these buttons. And you can give them access as an admin, advertiser, analyst. I usually give people advertiser access. This allows them to create ads for me because I have virtual assistants now that will create some of my ads for me. And that way they can log in. They're not logging into my account. They're using their own account, but they can have access to my ads account if they work for me as an advertiser. So once that's done, you just hit the next button and poof, like you've given now somebody specific access with specific permissions to either your fan pages or your ad accounts. Starting out, you don't have to do this. This is only if you have employees. Remember, they're not logging into your business manager. They have their own username and their own password. So you're protected, and you can always go in and delete them or change their permissions. You're in total control, and we'll go over that in a little bit. Okay, so that's adding a person. Then you can go over here and click on add a new fan page. Okay, so this is pretty typical. You can create your fan pages in here. So I might go over here and create a brand or product. That's what I usually do. Then I'm going to name my page. So we'll just call this ESA test page. Actually, they're not going to let me do all caps. Just like that. Okay. So I'm just naming my fan page. You would do whatever you wanted to name it. I usually do category website. It depends. It's all up to you. It really doesn't make that much difference. And then I just hit create page. Okay, that's it. The fan page is now created, and I'll show you where to access that later. So you can very quickly create fan pages in here that you can advertise with. So very, very cool. All right, and then ad accounts. Let's say that you have a second business and you want to create a second ad account. I believe Facebook limits you to creating 3 ad accounts, so maximum 3. But you come over here, you click add new ad account. And here's where you would name your account. I usually name it whatever the business name is. And I select the fan page that it's advertising on behalf of. This part doesn't even matter. Time zone, currency, and I select my payment method. Hit create account, and boom. I've created an additional advertising account. Now remember, starting out, you're not going to have multiple ad accounts. But as you grow your business and you get more and more businesses, then you may want to create different ad accounts for those businesses. Okay, So that's how you do that. I'm gonna hit cancel because I don't want to create an ad account. All right, so that goes over requesting access, claiming assets, and adding a new asset. All right. Now, if you look up here at the top where it says, actually right here where my mouse is, it says business settings. If you click this, it's going to go to the overall business settings of the business manager. And you'll see this is really powerful and really, really robust. Okay, so when you click on the business manager settings, you're going to see a menu on the far left-hand side. This is where you can manage everything, your pages, your employees, your ad accounts, your Facebook pixel, even your Instagram, okay? So you'll see here that I have a list of all of my employees. I'm highlighted in blue, it's a little person. So these are all the employees that I have. And I can go in and I can manage their permissions. So if I click on employee number 1, which I have, you can see here that they're managing 38 pages. They don't have access to any ad accounts. They just manage my fan pages. And then over here to the right, you can see all of the different fan pages that they have access to. And I can change that. I can delete that. I can change what role they have by clicking right here. I can completely delete them from having access to this particular asset. So really, really powerful. Or I can just remove them in general. I can literally delete them from having access to anything. Like they're fired. You don't want to, hopefully you don't have to fire anybody, but you know, sometimes you do. All right, so very, very simple to manage. And you can also add new people from here as well, just like we did on the main screen. And also they have a setup guide up here at the top right you can click on, and you'll be able to, you know, get more information on that. All right, the second thing is over here, you have pages. Okay, so you can click on this, and this is going to list all of your fan pages here. It gives you a link to your fan page. It gives you everything you need. And you can see over here, you can add people to your fan pages. Don't worry about assigning partner. I've never used that. You can add people as employees to your fan pages from here. You can see an entire list of them and who all is assigned to them. You can add new fan pages. Basically everything that we did on the home screen, except it gets into a little bit more detail. All right, so this is where you can manage your fan pages, look at who has access to them, create new fan pages, delete people from your fan pages if they had employee access. And really, I don't come in here very often at all, but everything's listed in here if you ever need it, okay? So let's go to the next one. Okay, so the next one is ad accounts. When you click on ad accounts, it's going to list all of the advertising accounts you've created. And this is really just where you can go in and you can just see all the ad accounts you've created. So I have quite a few because I have a lot of businesses. And you can see things like your ad account ID. Facebook may ask for this in the future if you ever have any issues with your account. This is like the identifier for your account right here. And you can change things on it, like your payment method, what credit card you're using for advertising with this. You can click to go straight into the ads account to manage ads and whatnot. It's really just a hub that shows you everything that you got, okay? Now over here to the left, you've also got apps. I've never used that. You've got pixels. I never use that, but if you have multiple ad accounts, each ad account has something called a Facebook pixel. Think of it like Google Analytics, but for Facebook. And if you click here, you'll be able to see each Facebook ad account's tracking pixel. Product catalogs, if you ever create a catalog of all of the products you have in Shopify, that's way more advanced. That would be here. Instagram accounts, let's click on this. All right, so if you have different Instagram accounts, you can connect them to your Facebook Business Manager. So if you come over here to the top right and click claim a new Instagram account, it's going to ask you for the username and password to your Instagram account. Now, this is how you're going to use your Instagram accounts to advertise, on Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram and you can write your ads and market your e-commerce businesses on Instagram. So you can connect as many accounts as you want on Instagram to here, which is really neat. So it's as simple as that. And you can also assign employees to your Instagram accounts and stuff as well. All right, so once again, very, very simple. Then you've got shared audiences. That's advanced. I wouldn't worry about that right now. Offline events, you're not going to use that. Block list, you're not really using that. Event source groups, you're not going to use that. And I don't use these, so I'm not going to go over them. But this is just kind of like where you can access everything. All right. Okay, now up here at the top, you're going to see projects, partners, payments, business info, preferences, and requests. Projects I never use. Partners is going to list anybody that you've assigned as a partner on your account, which you shouldn't have done that. I doubt you ever will. And payments, this is where you can put in your credit card or debit card, so you can use that to pay for your ads. Business info is just basic info on your business. Preferences, honestly, I've never used this, but it allows you to set certain preferences for your account. And request will tell you if anybody has requested access to your account, because just like you can request access to other people's fan pages and stuff, they can request access to yours, but only if they, if you basically, you're not going to have a zillion people do this. No one knows your account even exists unless you tell them, hey, here's my ID, request access to this. All right, so your business manager is very robust. It allows you to control, just like I said, think of this as a command center. Now, when you want to get back to the main page of your business manager, you come up here to the top where the big Facebook logo is, top left, and you click that. Now, this is going to bring you back to, your home view. You're basically your home view. Now, you'll see that new fan page we created, ESA test page, now shows up at the top. And everything is going to be listed as I scroll down, all my fan pages, all my ad accounts. And you can quickly search those by typing this in, or you can go up here to Ad Account Overview. Ad Account Overview shows you all of your advertising accounts and how much you've spent. Check this out. All right, so this is the Ad Account Overview. It just gives me basic performance stats on all of my ad accounts, how much money I've spent, how many people have seen my ads across every advertising account that I have. So, if you have multiple ad accounts, this is kind of cool to look at. But once again, starting out, you're not really going to use this. But also, if you want to click to go into one of your ad accounts, you can go here and you can see your accounts. Okay, I've scrolled down a little bit. So you can see your ad accounts. You can hover your mouse over them and you can click on whatever advertising account you want to go into for whatever business. Remember, you're probably only going to have one starting out. I have multiple businesses, so I have quite a few. And eventually you might as well. So yours isn't going to have like this huge list. Okay, so let's go back out to the home page once again. All right, just to the home page of Business Manager. All right, now let's say that you want to go inside of your advertising account because you've created your advertising account, which you've done by coming up here to add new and created an ad account. Just, it doesn't matter what you name it. I just name mine, whatever my e-commerce business is called. And let's say that, we come over here, we scroll down, we find our ad account. This is one of my ad accounts right here. And we click that. That's going to take us inside of the advertising account where we can actually start creating ads. And really, this is where you're going to spend most of your time, is inside of your ad account. So let me just go ahead and click on this advertising account right here. Okay, so I clicked on the ad account, and you'll see now that we're in probably what most people are used to, which is just your basic Facebook ads user interface. This is where you're going to spend the majority of your time. This is where you're going to manage your actual Facebook ads and create them, okay? So you'll see up here, I've got how much money I've spent in this account every day. It'll list all of my campaigns right here. Up here is where it's gonna allow me to actually create a Facebook ad. And then up here, there's this little drop-down menu. I've got it blurred out because it gives some of my personal information is here. And I can click this and I can quickly switch between multiple ad accounts if I have multiple ad accounts. Remember, if you only have one, then there's no big deal, right? But if you have multiple ad accounts for multiple businesses, you can quickly toggle between them by selecting them in this drop-down menu. Additionally, at the top up here where the three little bars are and it says Ads Manager, this is a menu and it's got a lot of stuff in here. If you click this menu, it's going to have this drop-down. And it's going to have audiences, pixels, business manager. So that'll take you back to your home base. But if you come here where it says all tools, you'll see that it has a bunch of stuff that you'll never use. All right. But I want you to know that this is here. This is where you can get access to your audiences. So, if you have retargeting audiences, and that's later in the training, you'll use this section. Your Facebook pixel. This is where you can quickly access your Facebook pixel, which once again is later in the training. And your power editor. This is something that a lot of people use to create ads, but you probably won't use it very much. Page post. So you click page post. This is where you can go in and you can create very quick posts for your fan pages that you can use as ads without actually having to go straight to your fan page. All right, and then of course they have like some other stuff in here like reporting and in your account settings and stuff. So, you're not going to use a lot of the stuff in here other than audiences, pixels, ad manager, and page post. The other things you're probably not going to use, but it's good for you to have to know that they are here. So remember, you've got to come up here and click on the ads manager and then click on all tools, and then it's going to show this. Yours may look a little bit different than mine. Facebook does weird things. They show people different things in different orders. So yours may show up in different order than this. Okay. But just knowing that it's here is important. Okay. So you can, if you want to go back to your business manager, all you have to do is come back up here to the big Facebook logo, click that again, and boom, here we go. Now you're back at your main business manager. Like I said, I stay inside of the ad manager most of the time. I very rarely actually come in here and do anything anymore, other than create fan pages and add new employees to my business and manage their roles. So it's very, very simple, very robust. You're not going to use a lot of the stuff that's in here likely, but I wanted you to know what's here. And remember, request access, you're not going to use a lot. Claim, if you have an old fan page that you created on your personal profile, you're going to need to use this where you can claim that fan page and basically import it into your new business manager so your business manager can use it. If your business manager doesn't have access to it, it can't use it when you create your ads. And same thing goes for adding new fan pages and people. You'll use this add new button to create new fan pages in the future. And add new employees. So it's just, it's really cool. Everything they have in here, it's really easy. I suggest you click around, play around. You can't screw anything up. It's always good to click and look and familiarize yourself. And just keep in mind, Facebook might update this and change this again in the future. They actually move things around quite a bit. And all it is a matter of just clicking around and finding where it is. So that's it for the Facebook Business Manager. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and create your business manager, and you can start managing employees. You can start managing fan pages and managing multiple ad accounts from one hub, which is so awesome. I mean, it's just next level. It changes. Man, back in the day, if they had this, it would have made my life so much easier. And you're so fortunate now, if you're new and you're starting out, that you have this out of the gate, because it really is a game changer. It just makes life easier managing your business. All right, so that's it. I hope this simplifies the business manager for you. And go ahead, create your own, go in, look around, and get started.